right, sing, Junior. Our Monday morning television ministry, Channel 45, KSHV, KSHV, Channel 45, every Monday morning from 7 to 7:30. Yesterday we baptized 11 in Glade Water, opened the doors of the church, took in 12. Yesterday morning at New Vision in Marshall, took in 3 candidates for baptism, and we marched into our new church home yesterday after church in Glade Water. That's 176 people. We've taken in 176 people, 176 in 13 months. That's one of our little new candidates for baptism. I had just baptized her that day. And on this particular day, the young lady you see there, she was one of 7 that we baptized that morning. I baptized 7 that morning. We baptized more than 75 people at New Vision. We baptized 76 to be accurate. The Lord is blessing New Vision.
But for you to have experience, for you to have a testimony, for you to be a bona fide, certified witness at what you're going through, you got to move from experimenting to experience. All right. And you would never, ever have experience your grandchild, when it's your brother, when it's your husband, your wife, when you have to sit on that front pew and see the minister's mouth move and why saying that you see their mouth move because you're really not comprehending, you're really not thinking about what they say. You're caught up in your own world.
Yes, sir. Right.
There is a difference between experience and experimenting.
All right.
It's one thing when somebody else got an eviction notice and you tell a child it's going to be all right.
Come on now. Break it down.
Man, you going to make it. You going to shake back. Girl, you and those 8 children going to be all right. That's one thing.
Come on now.
But you get an eviction notice.
My.
And you know that the marshals are coming to set your stuff out. You see the cars drive up. And the people in the neighborhood waiting on you to set something out so they can get it later on because you can't take everything with you.
Come on now.
It's one thing to have experience and another thing to have to be experimented.
All right.
And God have a way of putting us in situations in deep water
Yes.
trying to develop you,
Well,
or who you are connected to, will drive you into a storm. You with somebody that got bad credit,
come on
and don't
now.
pay nobody, and they talk sweet to you and tell you, would you sign for me?
Come on now.
Don't you never tell them no, can't you?
Okay. Yes, sir.
You can get in a storm who you connected with that can drive you.
Well, Lord. Yes.
Into a storm. I'm on television, have to watch what I say. I don't want to be sensitive, but I got to tell the truth. The President of the United States can drag the nation. Because of his decision, because of the decision of Congress, they can drag the nation. And the people suffer because of that decision.
Well, Lord.
They can drag us. We're in a storm right now. We're in 3 wars right now. The leader can drag you into a storm. The pastor of a church can drag that church.
Yes, sir.
Come on, wake up, y'all.
Yes. Right.
Drag you into a storm. Be careful who you hook up with.
Yes. Yes.
Because his baby mama, oh, the hell you was gone. His crazy baby mama sucked on her anytime. Juanita Cachita
Come on now.
can drag you into a storm. So I would ask you, if you're in a storm right now, are you in the storm because you were disobedient? Are you in a storm because God is trying to develop you? Or are you in a storm because of who you are connected with that can drag you into a storm?
Come on now. Yes.
This is good preaching. But the fourth type of storm is a storm under divine orders. That's the 4th E.
Right.
And the Bible says right here, he calls the storm.
Yes.
He calls the waves to rise.
Yes.
He calls the waves to fall. This is the peril. Verse 26 and 27. The perils of the storm. Verse 23, the plagues. Verse 25, the producer.
Right.
26, 27, the peril.
All right.
Verse 28, the prayer.
All right.
The prayer in the storm. Lisa, we get a solution. Lisa, we get an answer.
Come on
But
now.
God put us in the storm. Cry.
Yes.
No, wait, that's not my cry.
Yeah, well, Lord.
Mother Jean, he had pity.
Yes.
You know, some folk, they'll hear you, but they can't help you.
Well, Lord, yes.
And some folk, they can help you, but they won't do anything about it.
Yes. Come on now.
But we got a God telling you, not only can he hear you,
Yes,
but he can do something about it.
thank you, Lord. Yes. Yes.
Come on, Mama, you ain't helping me back there. BJ, you got my back.
Come
Boy,
on
God
now.
said, God can do something
Yes,
about it.
sir. Yes.
Brother Jarvis, you done been in trouble before. Did he do something about it?
Hey, thank you,
David,
Lord.
every day you walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You done been all over the world. Did he do something about it?
Yes. Well,
No
Lord.
matter how many times you've been down and God brought you out, did he do something about it? I know Sheila got my back. Sheila, how many times have he made a way for you? Can I get you to tell everybody? Tell him he got somebody. He got somebody. He got
Thank you, Lord. Stop.
good God Almighty.
Yes.
The only reason why you here, because you cried out.
Thank you, Lord.
The only reason why you made it, you cried out.
Yes.
People ran into ditches this morning, cars flipped over, God made a way for y'all to get here.
Thank you, Lord.
And she said she told her husband, pull over. She had to cry out.
Yeah. My Lord.
I love the Lord. Willie, I love it, Willie. He heard my cry.
Yes.
Had feet on every groan.
My Lord.
I got to wrap it up, verse 29 and 30. It goes from the prayer to the peace.
Yes.
Because the 30th verse says he quieted. He quieted the storm. He has a way of calming that storm. Doesn't matter how loud the thunder rolls and the wind blow and the hail falls. When God get ready,
Yes, sir.
I see another sea here, y'all.
Come on now.
He causes the storm.
Well, Lord.
That's one sea.
Yeah.
Pastor Godfrey, he calms the storm. That's another sea.
Yes, sir.
But Pastor Godfrey wouldn't make me shout. Not only do he cause it and calm it, but he controls it.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. All right.
Y'all gonna wake up anyway and I said, come on, let me preach.
Yes, sir.
God is in control.
Yes, he is.
But the devil's messing with God is in control. My in-laws act like outlaws. God is in control.
Yes, sir.
But they rejected you. Sometimes God will use their rejection to point you in the right direction. Y'all gonna wake up after a while. God is in control. I wish y'all could have heard Mama Linda when she used to sing, he's on time.
Yes. On time, God.
On time God.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yes, he is. I gotta close now. So Lord, when you tell us to go deeper, we go deeper by going to the place where God wants us to be. We go deeper, Malachi, knowing that he's the producer of the power that is going on all around. We go deeper when we're able to pray and cry out. Because God can give us peace in the midst of that storm. So now why do we go to that storm? Go to verse 30. Why do we go deeper? Why do we have to go through these storms? The latter part of verse 30. To guide them to their desired haven. Meaning God is trying to get you somewhere. Where you are right now is not your stopping place.
Come on now.
You see, a lot of times when we go through stuff, we want to put a period. But God, with the Holy Spirit, Mama Jean, will erase the period and put a comma.
Yes.
Now you need to know the difference comma.
Yes. Well, Lord.
When you lost that job, they say that's period. I got something better for you.
Yes. Comma.
And it's comma.
Thank you, Lord.
How many times somebody walked away from you, divorced you, and he said, you can't make it without me? You thought it was a period.
Well,
God sent somebody
yes, sir.
that turned that period into a comma.
Yeah.
And you ever walk around saying, I got sunshine. Oh my God, what you know about that preacher? Do anybody know that God would turn your period? You turn it into a comma.
After watching today's broadcast, we trust that you now have a better perspective of your vision that God has given you.
Lord have mercy. What a word.
Plans to join us in Marshall, Texas, every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for morning worship, 12 noon, Gladewater, Texas, on the first and third Sundays. Bible study and prayer meetings are every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. in Gladewater and Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. in Marshall, Texas. Please support our television and radio ministry by sending donations to our cash app.
We would really appreciate it if you all would send something.
MBC.
I'm trying to stay on TV. I'm trying to
Thank you.
stay on television so people can watch us in nursing homes and hospitals, people who are homebound. If you will, please send something to support our television ministry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you were blessed today. Thank God for the 176 new members at New Vision. New Vision, one church in 2 locations.
Radio station.
Y'all have a great day. Have a great day.
Tune in and listen
God
live
said the same.
online
I'll see
at
you
GSSLradio.com.
Wednesday night in Marshall at Bible study. See you Wednesday night. This Wednesday night, Bible study. And also this
Tune in and listen by going to GSSLradio.com.
this coming Wednesday morning, the
GSSL
21st.
radio station. All
I'm
gospel,
the
all
keynote
time.
speaker at ETBU. I'll be speaking at Chapel. Keynote speaker at ETBU this coming Wednesday at 10 o'clock. They're going to simulcast satellite. They're going to connect to at least 5 other universities, seminaries, Southern Baptist, Southwestern, Dallas Theological Seminary, Virginia Union, seminaries across the country would be connected. I'm told more than 12,000. That's the minimum amount. At least 12,000 would be able to watch and hear my message this coming Wednesday, the 21st of February. Thank you. Continue to lift me in prayer. Pray for me as I prepare to bring the message at ETBU this coming Wednesday, 10 o'clock at Chapel. Bible study Wednesday night at New Vision here in Marshall. And then, continue to just keep us lifted in prayer. Love y'all now. Please send a donation to help us continue to stay on television. Be blessed.